Hello again, everyone, and welcome to episode the second of Cards with Friends, the sequel, part two, part two. I don't know. We're not sure exactly how long this is going to run, if this is going to be just as a series, or if we're just going to keep doing these until the heat death of the universe. My name is Eric Cole. I am one of your co-hosts, joined by my good buddies and colleagues, Thomas Carinante, Adam Weinrib, Josh Hill. What do we all have in common? We all have the sickness that is collecting baseball cards. For those who are not familiar with the podcast, the rules are simple. If you're looking for investment advice, look elsewhere. Sports card investor, much better source of information. If you're looking for pack odds, if you are looking for which versions of which products give you the most bang for your buck, we're not going to give it to you because again, we just don't do that kind of math. We are all semi-casual to casual collectors of various stripes, different teams, different ways, things that we like, things that we enjoy. What this show is for those collectors who aren't simply looking, hey, I am opening a pack of cards. How do I make the most money out of doing so? We don't really do that. Like that, those things matter, and we'll talk about those things tangentially, but it's all about our goals to what we want for our collections. Because I'm not sitting here stocking cardboard in my case over here because I'm thinking of me as a bank vault. I'm doing it because there's players that I want the cards of. I want to capture that feeling I had when I was a kid of being excited about getting the player that I wanted or getting a really cool card. Sure, we all enjoyed opening Beckett's when we were kids and seeing like, hey, my card's worth 50 cents more this month. I'm not going to question as to why, but it is. But at the same time, recapturing that, enjoying collecting the hobby, why we do it again, and you will find out from, if you watch the first episode, you'll see we collect some weird stuff. There are some players that you do not normally see represented in personal collections on this podcast, and they're going to continue to be so because we love doing it. But we're also going to be talking about new product releases. We're going to be having some fun segments each week where we kind of do some different things with the hobby or just some different things with cards, talking about what we add to our collections and all that other good stuff. But all that out of the way, we have a little bit of cleanup work to do, and we're going to go to Adam first because not a lot of Bowman's been opened amongst the four of us. Some of us are still waiting on monster boxes because Fanatics decided that they're not coming out until June for reasons. So we'll I guess we'll open those on the show or complain about those on the show when that happens. But Adam actually opened some retail Bowman and has a little bit of surprise for us as well. So Adam, go ahead and take it away. Talk to us a little bit about Bowman for you.
It's funny that I'm the only one, and we all had such grand designs. Last time we were like, I think we all hate Bowman, but yeah, we're gonna do like 2 or 3 boxes anyway.
I was in a break, and I'll talk about it, but
I had grand plans to go up to Cooperstown and get 2 blasters. I was like, I owe myself a nice little gift. Let's do 2. Let's increase the odds. We pull something interesting. Let's do 2. And then when I was actually up in Cooperstown, I had to waste so much money funding. I don't know, like bachelor parties. It's almost comical at this point. The charges were not overwhelming. Like I've certainly been on bachelor parties that have cost more money, but money just kept happening. It was like, hey, I picked up a bunch of apples for the house. Like, you guys cool to Venmo? It's like, what the like, sure, fine. Like, but it just kept happening around every corner. The guy was like, I bought a roast goose.
Apples at a bachelor party. This is interesting code we're using. Okay.
I bought a big roast goose. You guys good to split? It was like another $18. Like, fucking pay. And then you obviously have to pay for the bachelor, so it's all good. But like at some point, I was like, you know what? Why don't we just get 1 blaster? We're not going to be doubling it up. So I'm in Cooperstown. I stopped by Mickey's Place. This is not a sponsored segment. It is the best store in Cooperstown.
It's
for
great.
hats.
It honestly is great.
Yeah, for hats, for memorabilia, mostly for gear and hats, but also there are cards, and they showed me a sick Anthony Volpe. They opened 2 TOPPS black boxes. They got like a case, and they were like, well, we'll just open 2 for the store. And they had $1,000 Anthony Volpe auto in one of them. So good for them. But I checked their Bowman blasters. They had hobby packs for 15 and blasters for 29. And I was like, maybe I'll do a hobby pack too. Stuck with my guns, got the blaster, went to the Dave and Adam store up the street, and they were 33. So saved $4 on the blaster and bought it from a better source. Only bought the one. So far, we are 5 packs deep. As Eric has alluded to in the past, I do tantric opening. I was less excited by the inserts I pulled this year than in previous years. 2 of the 5 packs had one of those top hundreds, which are, for me, the least
scout
interesting
ones.
Yeah, to me, those are kind of a snooze. I got an Astros top 30 prospect, blue paper out of 150, out of the first 5 packs, Esmail Valencia. There's a little bit of ding on top too. I've seen better conditioned cards, but maybe that's my fault. Maybe I got bad fingertips. Brock Wilken. I did pull a Brock Wilken in the pinball machine insert, whatever we're calling that, and
I
two
think I know what you
different
meant.
Jordan Lawler inserts, unfortunately. So the collation also not great there. But I have saved one pack to open on this show. So why don't we do that now?
It'll be inserts.
Only one. And look, if there's going to be an auto, it's going to be in this pack. Odds are low.
Oh.
We already pulled the parallel, but here we go. If we're going to get something, it's going to be in this pack. So why not? Glad I saved it.
Green auto.
There is a green in this pack. I see it already.
Let's go.
Henry Davis, Gavin Williams. Do we want to see all these? Not particularly, right? Masa Yoshida, Mike Trout, a green first Bowman Miles Naylor.
The Naylor brothers,
dangerously off center on the back. It looks like, but the front looks better. Look, I've pulled worse cards in my life. Certainly,
nice.
Cool.
I like that.
And if you're gonna get it, you're gonna want it to be a first Bowman. Now, is that a real live Naylor? Yeah, it's 2023 first round pick from Mississauga, Ontario, which is the calling card that it is an actual Naylor and not a different Naylor. So
is it numbered?
No, it is not.
That's one of the lunar glows then. The lunar glows this year do look green, but they're pretty. They're pretty cards.
John Wimmer, Ben Williamson, Spencer Nivens, first Bowman Chrome, Ryan Burrows, and a Jack Hurley who looks like a doofus, not a first Bowman. But there we go. Lunar Glow in the final pack, and of a bona fide name and someone who's not just a name brand, but has brothers in the game. So $29 blaster, a numbered parallel to 150 paper, and a Lunar Glow. That's not bad at all.
Further proof that this is Bowman's a lot more fun as a retail product than as a hobby product, because if the best card you got out of a hobby box was a Lunar Glow after you spent all that money, that'd be sad times. So as for me, I did do a break. I bought the Braves in a PYT break, and I was very fortunate. I'll say that now. I got Isaiah Drake was one of their higher round picks and one of the better cards they had in the product, and I did get a blue at 150 of him non-auto. And then I also hit a gold auto, Douglas Glod, numbered out of 50. And that card was sold within 24 hours of me having it in my possession. Sold it I already sold it to fund a purchase that all of you are fully aware of, and I'm going to show off happily later on in the show. But
we call that moving money around.
Well, as soon as I opened it, I'm like, I know exactly what card I'm getting. I'm just gonna sit on that auction until the end of time, and all of you guys were right there with me. And it was hysterical. So, Josh, again, you have not opened any Bowman. You're only doing the monster box, right?
Yeah, well, the mega box, whatever, from Fanatics.
I forget which one it was.
Yeah, but that also. Going back to what we said last week, I was very emphatically against Bowman and how I will never buy a box. And less than 24 hours after saying that, I bought a box of Bowman. So that's, if you want to know what the sickness is like, that's what it's like. But that has not arrived yet. I think it's like June 11th that's coming. So
yeah, it's not fast at all. Not at all.
No.
It's not quick. Thomas, have you been able to avoid the Bowman?
No, I'm in the same boat. I was responsible, but I know we railed on Bowman last time a little bit. I'm just against buying hobbies for it because it's too expensive. And it's what you talked about on top of the show. It's more of a retail product than anything. And like, I keep seeing these ads on Instagram where it's like, here's how you start your your baseball card business or sports card business. And then it's just like this dude who he just is inputting shit into an Excel sheet and like telling you how to buy stuff to make profit off of it. And it's like, come on. This is what people are doing. They're just they're making it the money ball of baseball cards. It's not fun. I get wanting to sell stuff for a profit, and that's the reason I'm in on Bowman a little bit every year, because Bowman First is the official rookie card, I guess, now. Like we discussed last time, and you can't not be in on that to an extent. I just like the other products better for design wise and for getting certain players that I like and not players that I've never heard of. And then also the complicated thing with Bowman too is like you got to keep track of all of these guys for a really long time. And I went through my inventory the other day because I sent Eric a little package and I was like, God, I gotta fucking keep up with so many players because I bought Bowman since Adam started telling me to buy Bowman's 3-4 years ago. And I
Good
went
man,
a
Adam.
little
Good
too
man.
crazy last year splitting that hobby box with a couple of friends. So now I got to stay on top of this inventory with this other group of friends that I have. And then I bought multiple blasters those other 3 years. So it's a lot of work on top. And to me, that's what it is. It's work. It makes the
Yeah.
baseball card collecting process more of a job than pleasure. And I do like that side of it to an extent, but I don't want to make it a large percentage of what I'm doing here. So yeah, I got my mega box. I use CC points, which I thought was the right move because I'm not super crazy about the product. So it's essentially a free purchase. I tacked on something else with that purchase, which we'll talk about in a little while. But yeah, sitting here waiting, and now I gotta keep inventory of my old Bowmans to stay on top of it. But I'm excited to open it. I like opening stuff, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be thrilled about the product if you open something sweet. Like just to be clear, our feelings will change drastically about a product as soon as we open something or don't open something. But I will say that like Bowman feels a lot better to open and be a part of as a retail product. I totally get the not wanting to keep up with guys, but at the same time, if there are guys that I am already aware of and aren't already outrageously expensive, I do feel like almost like I do feel a little smart. I feel like that's a fun thing. And I'm telling you now, in Bowman and Chrome, if Caleb Durbin, we'll bleep this, we'll get it in post. If he is in that, I'm telling you, Adam and I might go wild. It'll be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it's the Yankees, so buying the actual team in a break could be a problem, but we might be able to figure something out. So that covers Bowman. Once we get our mega boxes in, and I'm sure we'll give updates and complain about those. A couple other products have come out. Archives Signature Series Retired Players Edition has come out. Not a product in. Again, this is a product that Thomas has dabbled in a little bit, especially with adding cards to his PC. We won't dwell too long here because we're like none of us are really into the product. It does feel like a lot of the lesser names sign a lot more buyback cards. Even if it says it's numbered at 36, like there's like a million Al Olivers. There's a million guys like that who like will be kind of cool for that team's fans to have an auto of. But when you only get one auto per pack, and a lot of them are kind of that, Doug Minkiewicz, Al Oliver, which maybe that means that Josh is going to go in on
Give me all
Archives.
the Doug Minkiewicz's. Let's go. I'm
but
all
you'll just
in
buy
now.
you'll just buy them for $10 on eBay. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like there are some really sweet
$7.
Yeah, now there are some legends in there. Like Jeter has a couple really sweet ones in there. Hall of Famers. There are some really cool cuts. There's a Mickey Mantle cut in the product.
Mm-hmm.
So like all those things are really, really cool. I'm not saying that, but if you're looking to get the best bang for your buck and you're spending $60-$70 on that product and you get one card and it ends up being a dud, it feels bad. It's a product that can feel really bad. If it was a little cheaper, I'd be excited, but it's not. They decide that since it's an auto, it's automatically something that you need to pay.
How much should this be, do you think? It's $75 for a hobby.
I would say closer to 50. Like 50, I think would be okay.
One
I prefer 40.
Like back in the day,
hobby standard is one auto, I thought.
We were talking about Topps Tribute though, Eric, the other day. You were like, when was the first Topps Tribute? Like 03, 01? I remember 01 Topps Tribute. You would occasionally get it packed out. It was one game used per pack and it was $30. So this is one auto per pack and that's all you get. And yes, there's variants and it might be Jeter and it might be George Foster, which is what I got last year. Because this is a classic. I want to open cards. It's my birthday. Let me sucker a loved one into buying me some semi-nice card that I would never buy myself. I was like, well, that's a fun little gift, $70. I'm not spending it.
It's one
I feel
auto
like
per
45,
pack?
one auto per pack, and that's it. It's just an auto.
It is literally just a slabbed auto. That's like Topps Chrome Black.
Now I get
where like
it.
you get the pack and the
Yeah,
slab
you get
thing.
3 cards.
You only get the slabbed card, and it's one of those guys from that list. That's how they get you. It's not. Now there is a version of Archives that Adam does like, where there's a bunch of where it's like kind of like chronically and like there's like every like card is like looks like it's from a different set and stuff.
Although I used to like it more because again, 2001. It used to be you'd get one auto per box, and yes, I actually have had 2001 Archives boxes in my eBay wish list for a while. Somebody just offered me a discount on a box of 2001 Topps, by the way. Probably not going to do it, but
How much?
thinking about it, like 15% down to like 130. Thinking about it,
That's not bad.
I might do it actually. But the Archives autos used to be one per box, and they would sign a reprint of a famous card that existed. Now the autos and Archives are like hybrid cards that never. I opened a box last year and got Ted Simmons signed 2001 Topps fake reprint hybrid, which like cool, very cool. I liked it. Now there are like semi-valuable rookies in that box that didn't used to exist. But I was a sucker for like, we reprinted this guy's card and glossified it, and then he signed it. Isn't that nice? So I miss that.
Yeah. Fun fact, I also got Ted Simmons auto. I got a real one auto out of Heritage of him once, and I was very confused for a moment. I'm like, why is this in here? But Heritage is one of those products. We're going to talk about Platinum Anniversary now. It's a painful point of my collecting this year, considering how my break and that went. But I'm actually going to talk to Hill first, because I really thought I had you in on buying some, actually opening packs of Platinum. You were like pricing. What decision did you land on? What have you decided you're doing?
Oh, you got me in. I'm 100% in. I'm 2 hobby boxes in, because like Thomas, I had credit card points. So
you got 2 hobby boxes.
Use those.
Let's
CC
go.
points.
I'm so proud of you.
I got in the Fanatics drop, and then I realized that they're just on Topps' website for the exact same price. So I was like, oh, well, I didn't need to get into the Fanatics drop for this. So then I used the credit card points plus the 10% off sign up for the Topps website. So like, I was losing money if I didn't buy 2 hobby boxes.
You don't want to lose money on this. You don't want to lose money on this, Hill.
No. So we've got the Bowman box is going to come probably next June, even though it says this June. Probably will never come.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But that I actually haven't bought a box since I've started collecting again. It's always been to like eBay breaks, or it's been through, other different breaks. I haven't actually bought a physical box. So now my first box will be the Topps Platinum Anniversary. It won't be a Bowman. So I'm not going to totally go against myself and have my first box be a Bowman. So it'll be one of the 2 hobby boxes, one of which it says it's going to come Sunday. It's already somewhere in Illinois. Might come tomorrow. So it's going to be a fun Memorial Day weekend for me. Might have a hobby box here.
Thomas, I know that you did some buying of some Platinum as well with the old credit card points. How'd that go?
Yeah. How did you get that?
When's that coming?
Oh, wait, it did say it's shipped. Hang on. Fanatics order is on its way.
Yeah, it shipped yours to Hill.
It is not out for delivery yet, though. I don't know how that makes.
Yeah, I'm actually getting 3 hobby boxes. One of them is coming from a redirection.
Yeah.
Okay. What did I do?
3 hobby boxes?
No, one of them was Thomas's.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Hill, what are you doing, man?
Make it 4.
Hill, I mean, I like what Hill did there. What I managed to do is, because I had $150 in credit card points, 2 Fanatics. So I went with the Bowman Mega Blaster, which was $45. And then I did 3 of the value Topps Chrome Platinum boxes, which is the same amount of cards in a hobby box for $40 cheaper, but you're not guaranteed the auto.
I like that.
And that put me at $147. So I have $3 left over on the gift card. I didn't want to push it too much because I wanted to just use the rewards points, and I'm still saving my big expenditures for the PC and also Series 2, which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, I have 3 value boxes on the way. I don't have the gift of fortunate tracking that Hill does, but yeah, they were apparently shipped yesterday. I don't think I'll be enjoying them over Memorial Day weekend though, but I'm really excited for this one. This has I guess I'm an idiot because I didn't read the fine print of the Heritage, but not knowing that I guess it was just 1 card per pack. But this design, what is this, 1954?
Yeah,
1954
I like
it. It looks really slick.
Yeah, and I forgot what were the autos. What were the big autos in here that we were excited about?
So it's the 2023 rookie class. Like, you want Gunner, you want Michael Harris.
Everybody wants Gunner.
But I saw a really sweet Raleigh Fingers auto come out. of this stuff. Like
they're
it
all
has
sweet. Like the checklist might not be upper tier beyond those rookies, but they're all sick. You're gonna get something you love.
Yeah, it's good. You'll get some. And so I did a break of this. It was a random
Judge has an
teams
auto
break.
in this?
I'm sure he does.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, again, same rules apply. He probably didn't sign a ton of cards, blah, blah, blah. But now Adam's not super in on anniversary. I did do a break of this. It was a random teams break. Now, things I noticed. One, there's a ton of colored parallels that come out of this shit. I don't know if that's going to be true of blasters or not. And I'm very curious as to how that's why I want to know how your blasters go. But there was just like golds and rose golds and just like, it was like there's numbered action everywhere. There's one parallel that I really like. And I also like that it's not crazy low number. It's like out of 499, it's a logo. It's like a logo fractor. It's like the TOPPS. Think of like an atomic design, but instead of like the diamonds in the background, it's the TOPPS logo. I would have never thought this looked good until I saw the cards. I'm like, actually, that's pretty sick. like that. I actually think those are very pretty cards. It's a really cool parallel. Again, Raleigh Fingers came out of that. I did not see any particularly huge cards come out beyond that. Unfortunately for yours truly, I think I might have gotten quite literally the worst draw in that entire random teams break after the results. But first, I got random a combo team, which means you got two bad teams, but at least we're giving you two teams for one. And it was the Rockies and the Blue Jays, which meant I either had to hope for like an Ezekiel Tovar auto for the Rockies, which is like
I have
just barely exciting, or get the Blue Jays, get one of like Vladdy Jr. or Bo Bichette and just accept the fact that that's going to have to be good enough. None of that happened. Nothing. And again, I didn't get a single Rockies parallel of all those rookies. Like no Michael Taglias. I think maybe a Michael Taglia unnumbered X Fractor or something. And then I got a Dalton Varsho blue mini diamond out of 199, which means I can't even get the free pack. You know what I mean? Like what? Like this is the second time this Varsho has screwed me on like opening something where I'm like, oh great, a Dalton Varsho Memorial Day. That's the Memorial Day I wanted out of Series 1. Now I get this damn thing. I'm just gonna whatever. But I can't be too frustrated because at least he showed up out of there. But beyond that, not a great product for me, but really cool. And importantly, one per case. It seems like this is confirmed. One box per case has an extra pack, and it's like a city pack. There are these city background variations. That pack will have 4 cards in it. They will all be those variations. And it seems like those packs are going for real money, and some of those variations are crazy. Like you get a gunner, like you are in really good shape. And I think there might be parallels of it too. So that's kind of what you're looking for. There are other image variations. I have not seen one of these open. There's apparently other random variations of a few guys, but I don't even know how they're like, there's no backwards cards in this product. So I don't even know how you would even identify them. My hunch is that it'll be pretty clear that it'll be something real weird, but
this is a great auto list.
I have seen the Volpe image variations. Like I'm sort of semi-scouting. I'm not going to get any of these because at the end of the day,
well, getting them right now is crazy expensive anyway.
Yeah, his normal photo is staring directly ahead in pinstripes. His variation is staring to the side in a road jersey. So there you go.
Make your variations cool, at least. I mean, like whatever, it's something rare to chase, but at the same time, whatever. So that's Platinum Anniversary. But now the one thing we need to talk about is that we have it officially announced. TOPPS Series 2 is coming out on June 12th. True to form, TOPPS hates us. We don't have a checklist yet. For some reason, now we don't, not even with flagship products. We had the Bowman checklist forever, and they yanked it off the website. I guess that they're like, oh, we gave them too much information too fast. Can't do that shit again. The Platinum Anniversary checklist didn't come out until release day. I hope that doesn't happen. But we at least have some information about what this product's going to look like, some of the rookies that are going to be in it, and we're going to talk a little bit through it. And so, Thomas, I'm going to throw it to you first. We now know generally what the design looks like for TOPPS based on what we did with Series 1, and we have an idea of some of the rookies. When you're thinking about Series 2, what are you wanting? What are you looking for? What are you excited about?
It's a good question. I'll tell you what, I'm going back to the hobby this time, not doing the hobby jumbo. I've gotten the hobby jumbo twice in the last couple of years, and I've had better luck with the regular hobby box. I don't know why. Sometimes it just happens. I think maybe they trick you. Is that a conspiracy theory? They trick you into thinking the hobby jumbo's better and you might get more in it, but the stuff that you're getting is not as valuable. I don't know. I got a bunch of relic cards that were the shit.
any of these big flagship products are going to have a lot of stuff you just are not going to care at all about.
Yeah.
It's kind of the problem, right?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, though, I have also had better luck in hobby. Like with the random free hobby box that I got from Series 1. Because, you know what I mean? Like I opened up a hobby box and it was ass. I bought myself, and then the free one I got had a David Schneider out of 25 auto, which Adam put together one of the greatest performances in the guess the card performance we will ever see. Just like literally just ran the table somehow and just nailed it. So anyway, that was actually really fun. I enjoyed doing that. We'll probably do that on this show at some point. But anyway, I don't hate the idea of doing, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like for Series 1, Series 2, like buying retail is a good idea because you kind of want to just get base cards, guys, of rookies you haven't seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting hobby, you'll get a lot of the rookies. You still have a chance at a really good card. There's usually parallels in there. You have a chance at image variations and all that stuff. You have to kind of temper your expectations a little bit. Now, Adam, Series 2, again, it's a flagship. We think there's going to be guys that we're going to be excited about. Maybe not all the ones that we want to be are going to be in there. But what do you have plans for Series 2? I mean, I know that generally your calendar is like based around you know, the series releases, but I'm curious as to kind of what your plans are.
Yeah, I think I've, like you guys are talking about, I'd never done a jumbo before. I used to buy a hobby of Topps the last several years. I was just like a, hey, baseball's back thing, and it felt good. And this year I decided to do the same thing with jumbo. I didn't get ripped off. I didn't hate my jumbo, but I mean, end of the day, a Rosarena postseason relic. All right. Key Brian Hayes auto. I liked it. You know, and then a Yelich relic that might as well just, you know, be Tinder at this point. Who cares? And then I had like a Colton Cowser gold, but not a numbered gold. And then my numbered was Luis Rengifo. And now Eric's Rengifo bombing me with Topps variations when he gets the chance. So
I sure did. He got the Easter egg parallel in the mail.
Sent me that. That was great. Glad to have that in the old PC. All things considered, like not a bad, not the kind of jumbo.
Uh-oh. Looks like we lost that. Adam, you still there, buddy?
Not the kind of jumbo.
Nope. Topps got him.
Oh, Topps bond him. Is that what we think happened? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Topps was like, we're
done. Topps is like all this jumbo slander. There's just no way.
How come
deal with this?
I can't find the autos on this checklist? I was looking today and I was like, oh, I'll go back. Maybe I wasn't looking close enough. There is this Griffey.
I can't find them either.
There is this Griffey card. And there is your boy Imanaga. That rookie card of him buttoning his club shirt is sick.
Yeah, that's a sweet image variation. Mm-hmm. While Adam kind of figures out his tech issues, I guess I'll just go to Hill.
It's too good.
Yeah, I know. I love that. I wish he had stayed frozen there too, just like him, just like pondering. Like, I'm thinking about it, guys. I'm thinking about it. So you haven't actually spent real dollars. To be clear, you haven't spent real dollars on opening a product, correct? Like, is it just your credit card?
Oh, no, this year?
I'm talking to Hill because he just. Yeah, he said he used credit card points. Have you spent actual dollars on opening a product?
Not that I've opened yet, because one of the platinum anniversaries was hard currency that I traded for it, and then the other one was the credit card points.
Gotcha.
And on this specific one, you guys, I almost got FOMO when Series 1 came out, and I wanted to go down to the card shop and get a box.
We almost got him. We almost
held off. Because I'm more of a chrome guy. I like the cards looking a little, you know, sexier than just the straight paper.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I say that having bought a box of Bowman, which is going to be mostly just straight paper. But this product, this Topps, is going to look really good in chrome. The design and everything, the colors. I'm really looking forward to it in chrome.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, Adam, we got your thoughts on, you know, how, your past Topps experiences.
What did I sound like overall? Awesome or like?
You sound awesome, and then you froze looking like this.
You just stopped after jumbo.
Yeah, well, that's great. Ultimately, I plan on, short summary, I'm going to buy a hobby of Series 2 this year. I don't usually. It's weirdly not a part of my plan significantly. I usually focus on Series 1, and then by that point, I moved on to Bowman hoarding. So I don't do it, but I love the rookie class so much that I'll do a hobby this summer. Specific plans, probably just going to hope the chips fall where they may. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of collecting, but let's see what I get in the one break. And let's see if I can sell anything off and fuel more.
Right. So I've actually I've talked to in the group. I've talked to Adam separately. I've talked to Thomas, and I'm like, this is how much of this rookie class are they actually going to include Series 2? Because we know Yamamoto, because we've seen pictures of the card. We know that Imanaga is going to be in it because he has an image variation. Now, if Imanaga only has an image variation and doesn't have a regular rookie, I'm going to be ultra pissed
because that's like do that.
They've done it very rarely. Like for example, there was like a super short print in Tribute this year of Yamamoto's base card, right? Like it was like a special thing that they snuck in late. It happens every once in a while. Ronald Acuna Jr. in Series 2 in 2018, his bat down rookie card was a short print that they just added in at the last minute, and it's now like very valuable. And I'm sad that I sold mine, but it's a weird situation to have to sort of plan around when we don't have a checklist yet. And I don't trust Topps like at all. Like Jackson Churio should be in here because he was here in Series 1, right? Or on opening day, and theoretically he should be in Series 2. That's what they have. That's generally been if they're on the opening day roster, they'll make it. So, but how often? Like, are they going to draw? Like, where are they going to draw the line? Are they going to have Jackson Holiday rookies? That's going to matter in this product, even though he's not in the majors anymore. Whenever his rookie cards are in there, it does not matter how bad he looked in the major leagues. His cards are going to make things more valuable and like change the dynamics of things and what's worth investing in and spending your money on. So, I mean, I guess to your point, Adam, are you feeling pretty confident that we're not just going to have just Yamamoto and just Imanaga, that we're going to have a few more other guys to be excited about?
I mean, where else? They're not going to stick him in update, right? Like, where else would they go?
I mean, again, 2018, like update was a big year, right? I don't know if they want to do that again because that kind of screwed up other rookie, like other rookie checklists, right? So they have to put them somewhere. It feels like they should be in Series 2, the opening day guys, at least. Now, if like they don't want to, like some of the guys that got called up in like early May or whatever, sure, hold them off till update or hold them off next year. But I feel like these guys that are high end rookies that were on the opening day roster, that they should have rookies in Series 2. I'm going to be pretty disappointed. Now that said, the product's very similar. Look, the same look as Series 1. Most of the same inserts, with one notable exception. There's an insert in this product that is going to potentially mess me up because I have to have it. There is a 4070 insert line for Ronald Acuna Jr. That is not only hobby exclusive, but was described on the sell sheet as short printed and has parallels to 50 to the gold. It has gold parallels, red parallels, and obviously the super. I really need that to be, when they say short printed, like one per box. If it's a one per box thing, it's annoying, but like maybe there's a line of them, like maybe there's like 15 different ones, like moments from that season, and I could collect all those. That'd be fun for me. But if it's like a case hit and they're even tougher than that, that's going to be a nightmare for me, especially if I start seeing parallels going for like $2,000 and stuff. That's going to be a frustrating thing, but that's something that I'm definitely targeting. I'm going to be as all in as I can be without getting divorced by my wife on Imanaga. And that's going to be tricky because if there's a lot of other rookies, I feel like maybe the PYT breaks, the price of the Cubs won't be too prohibitive because like you'll still have rookies like the big rookie guys, Ellie, Jason, all those guys that are going to have rookie cards in this stuff. It's like rookie debuts, stuff like that, insert autos, things like that. But what I don't need to happen is that literally the only two new rookies are Yamamoto and Imanaga, because a lot of people love Imanaga already. And I need some of the heat to come off of him so that I can at least bind the Cubs and breaks, or potentially in like some of these eBay breaks where they do player breaks and they break like 5 cases, where getting Imanaga is remotely affordable. Now, if it can't happen, it can't happen. I'm not spending $1,000 on a break on a player. It's just never going to happen. I'll just buy a card and be done with it. But if it's, you know, reasonably priced, he's a guy I'd like to stockpile because 1, he's hilarious. 2, he's awesome. Like genuinely very like completely awesome. And when you have a really marketable personality like that who's also shoving, like he's probably going to win. He has a very good shot at winning Rookie of the Year this year. He might win the Cy Young this year. That's a guy that I'm willing to stockpile. You know what I mean? Like Yamamoto, like he's gonna have a lot of hype around him, but Imanaga's my guy. So like going into Series 2, again, don't know the exact checklist yet as to which rookies are going to be in or out. But the only other note I have is that have you guys seen the holiday parallels for retail? It was Easter. You know, like Easter eggs and the rabbits and all that stuff.
I love my Renhefo. Yeah, I do love my Renhefo.
Yeah, I know. I'm very happy that I sent it to you. It's summer stuff. It includes hot dogs, Statue of Liberty, beach umbrellas. The number now, I will say I do like the out of 5 as opposed to the stupid watering cans one that I had to buy for Series 1. Numbered out of 5 is fireworks, and assuming those look good, then that actually might be a cool looking card. Now they could look like ass, but yeah, at the same time, you know, we'll see. All right, new PC editions. Mr. Hill, do you have any new additions?
I do.
Personal collection.
Speaking of the Chrome, since Thomas and I are waiting on our boxes to get here, went on eBay, got myself a Walker Jenkins. Had to get in on that little variation. See, there you go. Yeah, well, you know, not the official Bowman first or anything, but nice little. It's got a little shine to it. Got a little Walker Jenkins introduction to the PC. So the first of probably many, and probably the most affordable that it'll be because it was probably only a couple of bucks to get that one. Walker Jenkins' price is only going up, so not a bad one.
No, not at all. Hope you might not want to wait too long on first, but I also have a hunch that if we're opening some Walker Jenkins first base chromes and stuff, that we probably be able to help you out too with some various trades via the U.S. Postal Service, which seems to be going quite well. I'm enjoying the hell out of it right now. Adam, any additions?
Yeah. Speaking of that bachelor party, when I was like 3 apples deep on Friday night, I won. We were talking about Agustin Ramirez as a potential investment last week. Like ridiculous exit velocities, homering every single day, and I was like, then the product actually dropped and he homered a couple more times, and I was like, all right, well now he's priced out because they were sitting around 30 when the product released, and then they were going up to 50, 60, and I was like, all right, I mean, you know, the Yankees think they have a catcher in Austin Wells. I don't know if they're going to give him a shot, and then what if he's on the Royals? You know, how much does Salvi rookie auto sell for? A lot, but you got to be a Hall of Famer. Anyway, I won one for 33. So I ended up getting one
closer. Yeah, there you go.
It's not awful. So look, are we going to get more than one of these? Are we going to go on a spree? Probably not, but now I've got one. It could be PC. If they trade him, we could explore the market. Right now I'm calling it PC, but it could be an investment in a couple of years too.
Awesome. I love it. Thomas.
All right.
What is the latest addition to the Barry Zito collection?
That's what it is. Taking it back to the archives chat. We briefly brought that up at the beginning of the show here. I looked at last year's archives redesign of the 1990 series. 1990, why is that valuable to me? That was the year I was born. So these couple of Zito cards that I got, right? This is one of them. I'll show you in a second. The other one that I got, I wanted to commemorate his Cy Young season. And there was a card just for that. Got lucky finding that. This, the 1990 design. Why is it not? Did we get it good? No, wait.
Yeah, it's popped in and out.
Yeah.
1990 design, Barry Zito auto. It's got the whole career on the back of the card, which is another thing that I value when buying a card. You get all of the statistics throughout the life of somebody's
on the back of the
career.
baseball card. Yep.
And not only that, the 1990 design is hilarious because it is shit. It looks like it was designed in Microsoft Paint by a 7th grader.
True.
And look, there is value in that. I'm not actually shading the person who designed it. There is value in having these wacky, weird designs that don't really do anything? Like, what is? I don't
Oh,
understand.
we
I
no,
don't
like
understand it.
that's what that's like those like the color and shape schemes on like every kid's
Yeah,
like Trapper Keeper, Lunchbox. That is just what 1990 looked like. I was there. I know.
1990 was uniquely bizarre and wacky and childish, but I thought this card was cool. It was long hair Barry Zito. I'm usually rocking long hair, so that made me feel good. A full frontal of the delivery, which I love as well. Got it for $9.50 on eBay. $9.50 for that. Come on, that's crazy.
I love it.
I call it a good deal. You guys
No,
probably think it's wasteful, but
no, not that is not a bad deal. Again, if you're spending like, again, if we ain't for an autograph, let me put it this way: if you saw a Barry Zito signing, just a guy like, hey, there's a flyer. If you go to this building, Barry Zito will sign something, and they were charging you $25 for it. There's 100% chance that you'd go. You'd find something weird for him to sign, like some like like Batman comic or something. Why did he sign that? No one knows. Right?
He's just
It'd
in
still be
some
fun.
building in this scenario. Like, do
Yeah,
you trust
just
the building?
Dude, what do you mean? Do you trust?
you're
the
getting
building?
led
What?
down.
You
a
trust?
dark
Hey,
alley.
Barry Zito's in this building, and a flyer.
We're
told
making
me.
the
You trust that a
assumption,
normal
Adam, that
thing's
I'm
gonna
not
happen in
setting.
there?
I'm not
Yeah,
like
Barry
sending him
Zito's
into
in
a
his
meth
van
house.
that's parked down at the end of the street. Just
Yeah, Barry
knock
Zito's handing out
twice.
lollipops at the
Yeah,
elementary school
you
cafeteria.
see this white, you see this white panelless, windowless van right here. Yeah, Barry Zito's inside. He'll sign a card for you, and he has candy. Oh, so good.
But yeah, $25 does sound like a totally. I mean, I would pay 40 for that, probably, maybe 50.
That's so. Once you go above that number, Thomas, we need to have a conversation about your spending. But
Okay.
anything below that, if it's signed by him and you love it, then go for it.
Well, the other
I mean,
Zito number that I showed last show was 35, and that was numbered to 39.
Yeah, I do not think that is bad. If you had spent over $50 on that card, I would have been like, that's probably too much. But
Okay.
again, it's just one of those things where like, because like it's not like Zito like didn't have a good career. He got overpaid and like underperformed on a contract, but
And underlaid. He got overpaid and underlaid.
Oh, goodness gracious. So I've been busy. A lot of small stuff. This Greg Maddux collection project, I'm doing my best to kind of really fill out the Maddux PC. And a lot of it's just really small, nonsensical stuff. I mean, like, I'm not gonna like, here's his 1992 Bowman base card, that sort of thing, right? But I felt like I did have to shift my attention to the relics a bit because I did not realize that there were this many in like the late 1990s and early 2000s. There's like hundreds of them, and I couldn't believe there was this many lines of them even back then. But they put them in a ton of products. A couple I did want to show off. I did get a triple relic. I forgot to get it out for the show because I put it up and it was going to be more of a pain in the ass to pull it out to actually show. But I did get a triple relic that has Clemens, that has Randy Johnson, and has Maddux on it out of 2003 tribute. Really cool. Has the Maddux patch has a Yankees pinstripe. It was actually a really pretty card, and I got a good deal on it. One of those things where you and by the way, pro tip: if you're collecting players and you want to collect weird cards, just watch. Like literally, click the watch button on eBay. You'll find a lot of people that all of a sudden become a lot more agreeable to like sending offers to you, and even when they don't have. Even if they don't have best offer on it, they'll send you an offer, and then you can start sending counters, and you'll be surprised how cheap you can get cards. Because I've gotten some deals on some stuff like that. Wow, this is listed for $25, and he just took 8. Terrific. All right, excellent. I'm happy to take that. Speaking of, the cards that concern me with relics aren't the one-player napkin relics. I think generally speaking, the market doesn't like those as much. They're just kind of like whatever, you know what I mean? But once you start getting into like multiple pieces on one card or multiple players with multiple pieces on a card, things do get more expensive. And there are a few cards on the list that I have that like are concerning. One in particular, I've seen one listed and like it's like listed for like $120 and like it's the only one listed. I don't know how crazy, but it's those 3 pitchers plus Pedro coming out of like Fleer box score or something, and it has per piece like patches of all 4 of them. That card's gonna be a nightmare. But anyway, I was lucky enough to find a deal on a card that I actually have been aware of for a while, and I really like it because I'm a Braves guy. You can probably see without this is both Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine, dual relic. Got a good deal on it.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
What's a jersey?
Yep, both jerseys, both game used too. Oh, we lost Adam again. We'll get him back
Right.
in about 10 minutes. That's okay. He's already seen this card. I felt strongly about the my Greg Maddux auto situation. He had to be in a Braves uniform. It had to be a cool card. There's a lot of shit autos, especially in the late 90s. You just look at him and I'm like, why did you design that card and have him go through and sign 100 of those? He's probably like, what am I doing? This is terrible. Right? So I wanted, ideally, I wanted a relic auto, maybe like a big chunky patch or something like that. And then all of us, including Adam, who, his internet is failing him, we all loved the sweet spot autos, the ones that are on a baseball. I came very close to getting Thomas to spend what would have not been a small amount of money on a Tim Lincecum rookie version of the card. Yeah, that
was out of 5. There was only 5 in the world.
Yeah, it was a pretty card too.
Well, of that kind. But there's other colors and variations, but
yeah, different bits. It was it was like a bronze parallel or something. I don't know. It was a sweet looking card. I don't blame you for being, that's a lot of money to outlay. I'm still holding out hope that the Joe Mauer version of the sweet spot auto that I know is still available at Hill, even though you haven't gotten.
We're eyeballing it. We're watching it. I'm waiting for those offers. I hit the little watch button.
He doesn't have. He doesn't have. He doesn't have.
My inbox flooded with Barry Zito offers the night after I hit watch on like 20 of them. I could have spent $1,000 with ease. I'd have a vault of Barry Zito cards right now.
I've got a lot of Madduxes in the mail. I'll say that, and I've gotten some deals that are pretty hysterical, based on, especially when they're. But I love that look. I love, like, on the relic autos. They a lot of times they get sun faded. They don't work well. But at the same time, if I could find one that was reasonably nice, and then I saw this card, and I sent the link to the chat, and every single one of you was just like, "Oh yeah, that's the one." I was concerned. There's a ton of watchers on it. I thought I was going to get outbid, but I knew I had just gotten this gold auto out of Bowman. I got it sold. I knew I could sell it for a decent amount of money. I sold it close to $100. Which, again, with a prospect that, like, I'm literally like, I follow the Braves system a lot. There's a chance he turns into something. There's a very good chance he won't. So I'm happy to take the money and run. But that meant that I felt like I had some wiggle room as to get the card that I wanted, and I did.
There we go.
I am in love with this card. It is on a stand in my display case. I couldn't be more thrilled. Truly, I could not be. Like, it's from 2000 Pacific too, so it's like a vintage auto. It's not from, there's a lot of really pretty cards. Like TOPPS Dynasty makes really pretty cards. TOPPS Sterling makes really pretty cards, and those are all modern though. Like having this one from when his playing days, and this card still existing somehow and out in the wild, and it wasn't too expensive. I was actually surprised. It was on the lower end of what Greg Maddux autos typically go for, which should not have happened. But I was not.
What's the exact name of it? I'm gonna stalk it.
The Pacific. Let's see what it's Pacific 2000 Pacific Revolution, and it's just game ball, like a game ball leather auto. It's a sick one. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I also ruined a guy's day because I told Thomas, no, I saw the number of bids going up, like the actual number of bids, but the amount wasn't going up, which means there was one guy who thought, I'm going to make sure I get this thing. I'm just going to keep upping my max bid so I don't get outbid at the last minute. And with 7 seconds left, I just put my max bid and sent it. And those last couple seconds, I could feel the panic because all of a sudden the number is ticking up really fast, like he was trying to figure out if he could get it, and the timer ran out and I got it. I completely ruined that dude's day. I was so happy about it.
I see awesome. This is on sale on Fanatics for a specific price.
Ooh.
I hope you got a good deal, my friend.
What? Why?
It's on sale on Fanatics right now for $300.
I didn't pay a third of that.
Wow. Okay. See, this might be a financial investment podcast.
Yep, dude.
It truly might be.
Yep. Adam returns from his battle with Verizon.
Bet you didn't
Adam,
expect to see me again, you clowns.
Yeah.
You should not, and don't speak to me for the rest of the podcast. There's a 3% chance I'm here and a 97% chance I'm gone. So act like I don't exist.
No, I can't do that.
At least
Adam.
honor the Maddux card.
No, it's high comedy. Your battle with technology. It's like talking to Drew.
Good, because I feel like
this is what you missed.
Either I created the worst editing challenge of all time for you, or I made it better just by don't touch any of the stuff where I disappear. Just let it live.
I'm 100%. You are going to be the disappearing man in this episode. Go ahead and tell you now.
That is great. I look forward to seeing what the frozen stills look like. Probably.
No, hold on. I think I can do it. Wait. I think that was it. I think I did it. Yeah, that was about right. Yeah. No, all it was showing off the Maddux auto that you and I were coveting together, and
that card is amazing. That card is amazing. I'm glad everybody got to look at it unblemished by my interruptions. Like you just one fewer moving face so that you could focus more attention on the Maddux card. Probably better.
And it's on sale. I was saying it was on sale right now on Fanatics for $300, and Eric paid less than a third.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We like. I was like that night. I was like, I'm like, Adam, I think I'm just gonna send it on this card. And he's like, if you're gonna send it for a card, you can do a lot worse than that one.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous. I'm thrilled with it. Okay, last segment before we let everyone go. We are going to be ripping a card of a player who annoyed us this week. I will be going first. We will keep it short and sweet. Promise we're not going to be ripping particularly valuable cards, although Thomas very briefly entertained the idea of ripping up a relic rookie auto, which, maybe we'll do that as 1,000 subscribers special.
Hey, the Steve Barton. Remember when they blew up?
If we get to 1,000 subscribers, Thomas Carnante will rip up the most important.
I might have to burn it. It's too thick.
They blew up the Steve Bartman ball and made it spaghetti sauce or whatever. We'll do that with our least favorite rookie autos.
No, Thomas has to set his most expensive card on fire. That Charlie Sheen auto has no chance. That's what we're gonna
do. In the plastic case, we'll watch it melt.
Yeah. So for me, again, a lot of choices. I am an avid baseball fan. I am a baseball sports writer. But this is a collecting one for me. I tried my best to get something good out of Platinum Anniversary. I did not, and it was because I randomed the damn Rockies and Blue Jays. And if this bastard right here had showed up, one Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and at least showed up on a parallel, like I'm not asking for an auto. I'm not sure I got his base card. Anyway, if this shithead had showed up, I would have been feeling a lot. This is a Stars of MLB insert, like the retail insert.
Oh yeah, I have those.
Yeah, I've got them too, but I'm down one now because this bastard right here. It's made of plastic. Oh no, I picked the wrong one. All right, it's ruined.
When segments go wrong.
No, there's no pulling this apart. I'm telling you, this plastic coating's man. Look, it's like foil.
What if there was gold inside?
Well, hang on, I'm gonna find out. No, just tough foil. All right,
yeah,
Adam.
That's where they keep the bubble gum now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Adam, you go ahead and go before your internet goes out again.
All right, you want me to go next? That's a good idea. So the Yankees lost a couple games this week. Horrific blown save in the 9th inning, 4-1 lead. Nobody on, one out. Clay Holmes somehow blows a save to the Seattle Mariners. But I'm not ripping a Mariners card. I got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. also. Because this week, Thomas reminded me that there is a chance as the Houston Astros get back into contention as the trade deadline approaches and the Blue Jays fall further into last place, which I accurately predicted, that the Toronto Blue Jays author a sell-off, send Bo Bichette elsewhere. I've heard San Diego is an option, even though they have 30,000 shortstops at this moment in time. Thomas floated the possibility of Vlad to the Astros resurrecting his career on the spot, and that sounds too probable for me to discount it, and I'm already angry at something that probably won't happen, but would make so much sense if it happened. So go to hell, buddy. And by hell, I mean Houston. See you later.
Hell. Let's destroy some cardboard.
So this isn't actually somebody who has annoyed me in the last week. This is a card that I've had no idea what I was going to do with it. And now it finally has some value in that I can tear this up. So when I was getting into eBay breaks, I would buy some teams like primarily the Twins because I wanted to get Twins cards. But then as the sickness started to grow, before I graduated away from some of these eBay breaks into some of these more higher end breaks that we're doing, I would buy some other teams. Some of them worked. Some of them I got, like the Allen and Ginter cards. I would buy into a bunch of different teams. Got some really sick looking ones there. The low point was when I bought the Tampa Bay Rays in one of my breaks, and that produced a Wander Franco card that is absolutely worthless to me. I feel like maybe I could send it to him. He could barter with something in prison, but this is it's not. And it's
I'm
the
telling
same
you, those
thing. It's the
Chrome cards are
thing.
hard.
It's so hard to get.
Of course.
So
You need a
No,
paper cutter.
oh yeah, we met. Okay, note to self. See, this is like science is happening right in front of us. That foil does not like to tear.
yeah, it's the top. It's the top. It's the chrome part. So we'll rip the back part, but there.
There you go.
I finally got value out of my Wander Franco card, and the value was
Sick.
ripping it to shreds. So
All right.
Releasing
All right.
frustration.
not only have we ripped that card, we've cleansed the personal collection too. So this is therapeutic.
This is a moment of healing. A moment of healing is what's happening. Thomas, send us out. Let's destroy something.
This player did not get me mad this week, but Yankees traveling to San Diego, playing the Padres. Should be fun, right? Last year it wasn't fun. Last year, exactly around this time, was when the Yankee season began to crater, and it was because Fernando Tatis Jr. decided to run the bases like an absolute moron. He ran directly into Anthony Rizzo's head on a pickoff attempt, gave him cognitive impairment for the remainder of the season. Rizzo was arguably the hottest hitting first baseman at the time of that injury. After that, he was completely useless. Fernando Tatis Jr., 2024 Topps Series 1. We will see you this weekend, and this will see you in the garbage, my friend. More for the landfill. Don't run the bases regularly. Just don't be clumsy. In an 8-3 game in the 6th inning, steal or don't. That's it.
And with that, that is all the time we have this week. We appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to listen to the show. We honestly exceeded expectations with the first show. Was a longer show. We still got a bunch
1
of
million
listeners.
viewers.
Yeah, well, yeah, imagine. So hopefully, if you've taken the time to watch this far, make sure you like and subscribe. Click that little bell. Make sure you don't miss a single episode. We're gonna try to do these about once every 2 weeks. Covering new releases and all that stuff, depending on our work schedule. We're having a blast doing them. So honestly, if we're only getting a few viewers, we're still just having fun, just putting out the content and getting to talk about baseball cards. Because this is what we like to do on our spare time anyway. But thanks again to all of you who are watching. Make sure if you haven't already, tell a friend, subscribe, spread the sickness, spread the hobby. We'll see you next time.